Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess, and I'm here to give you my favorite Underdog Fantasy plays for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DAILYDOG for a $250 deposit match bonus. Again, that's promo code DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com. All right, well, we booked a winner yesterday. That's great. Let's move on to the next day. Let's make it 2 in a row. We're starting out bright and early again in Wimbledon. We're going to be taking Jannik Sinner lower than 1.5 sets lost at Wimbledon against Matteo Berrettini, his fellow Italian countryman. This match should be starting about 8:30 a.m. Pacific. It'll probably be later than that if you've been paying attention at all to Wimbledon, if you know how Grand Slams go. It is very tough for the latest matches in the day to go off as scheduled. So if you're not listening to this right at 8:30 a.m. or before, you still might have a chance to get this. Just make sure you check ESPN, check the Score app, the Flash Score app. You should be able to find this and see if this match is still going or if it's still listed on the Underdog app. So we're taking Jannik Sinner lower than 1.5 sets lost at Wimbledon because he is the best player in the world, and Matteo Berrettini is a part-time player at this point. I mean, obviously, he's great on grass. He's made a final before. I think that was, 2021. Congrats on that. He skipped 2022 due to injury. I think he made the 4th round last year. But he did not play Sinner early in last year's tournament. He actually ended up losing to Carlos Alcaraz in the 4th round. He won the first set 6-3 and then lost the next 3 6-3. So I can see that going the same way here. Sinner might let the quote-unquote old man, because he's 28 as opposed to like 22 like Sinner, wear himself out a little bit in the first set. But again, Sinner is the best in the world. He can serve well. He's 6'3.5". He's got length. He's not as tall as Berrettini. He's not as thick as Berrettini. Berrettini's 6'5" and kind of looks like a tight end out there. But Sinner just has such a good all-around game, and he's been competing at the highest level for about 2 years straight. There's been a little bit of injury time off in the middle of last year, but he seems pretty healthy right now. There's some rumors, maybe his hips hurt, maybe he'd go down in this spot. I don't see it. I think Berrettini is going to have fun for a set. He's going to be like, oh, hell yeah, I'm back at Wimbledon. This is awesome. I love it here. And then he's going to realize quickly that this is not an easy game against a guy like Jannik Sinner. Sinner is going to wear him out. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of underturned serves or aces in this match on the grass of Wimbledon. Berrettini's going to get a lot of aces. Sinner's going to get a lot of aces. But when they do get into rallies, Sinner's just going to keep it away from his forehand, keep it away from Berrettini's forehand, and I think he's going to win points. I think he's going to have opportunities to break with his movement, chasing down balls Berrettini doesn't think he can get to. So, I could go into stats and kind of bore you with all that stuff, but just it's the best player in the world, and it's versus a guy who has hardly played this year relatively. Sinner played one grass tournament a month ago. He won that at Halle in Germany. He beat Hubert Hurkacz in the final, who's obviously another big tall guy, another big server like Berrettini. Actually, Hurkacz is the best server on the tour, at least by the numbers. So I don't think Berrettini is going to present anything to Sinner he's not equipped to deal with. I've spent a lot of time on this. The first play is Jannik Sinner, lower than 1.5 sets lost at Wimbledon against Matteo Berrettini, about 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Next, we're going to the Red Sox Marlins game. I don't know if you saw that. The Red Sox crushed them. The Marlins came back a little bit. Our guy Otto Lopez was scratched from the lineup for unknown reasons, which is kind of frustrating because that was a pick in our slip. Our slip won without him, but it would have been nice to have him come through as well and make it a little sweeter. I'm targeting Rafael Devers in this game. I don't know how or why Rafael Devers is only at half of a total base in this matchup. I know that he's a lefty and a lefty batter, and he's going against Trevor Rogers, lefty pitcher for the Marlins. But it's not like it's Randy Johnson on the bump. I think half a total base for Devers in any game is almost an auto take, unless there's some injury or some weird extenuating circumstances with crazy wind or something like that, which obviously is not going to be a problem in Miami. I'm not going to go into this too long, but Devers is one of the best young players in the game. Devers is, an all-star caliber player, and the pitcher he's facing is not an all-star caliber player. And also, I promise you, Trevor Rogers is not going 9 tomorrow, or not today, I should say. Trevor Rogers is not going 9. There's going to be some bullpen action here. The Marlins pen, the lefties in it are actually okay. If you look at the numbers, they're okay, but the righties are not good at all. I think that this is just crazy to have a half total base multiplier for a guy like Rafael Devers. I would be surprised if this is still there by the time this game goes off. So rush and get it. It's a 0.85x multiplier or 0.8x multiplier for Rafael Devers, higher than half the total base against the Marlins. Don't wait. Try to get that in now. He's just too good of a player. If it loses, it loses. But you're just not going to see this very often with this guy. Next, we are going to go to Yordan Alvarez, another dude who's on fire right now. I'm gonna ride this wave with Yordan. I mean, he was so frustrating earlier in the year. In the first month and a half of the season, I felt like he couldn't buy a base. But right now, he is on a hot streak. He's got homers in back-to-back games. He's gone higher than He's gone higher than 1.5 total bases in 5 of his 6 last games. So yeah, I'm going higher than 1.5 total bases with Yordan. And also, if we go a little bit further, 6 out of his last 10 games, he's gone higher than 1.5 total bases. From June to before yesterday's game where he hit that additional homer, he was batting .348 and had a .730 slugging percentage. In that game, he had a single and a home run. So those numbers are actually even higher now after those get added to the database. So yeah, I'm just going to ride the hot hand with Yordan. I'm not going to, again, Yusei Kikuchi is a guy who can give up hard contact. I don't need to get into it too much. Obviously, Kikuchi's a lefty, Yordan's a lefty, and that's bad. But trust me, Yordan can make this matchup work. He's faced Kikuchi 22 times in his career. He's batting .318 with 2 doubles and 2 homers in this pitcher hitter matchup. So yeah, I'm gonna ride the wave with Yordan Alvarez, and I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So these 3 plays together, which are Jannik Sinner, lower than 1.5 sets lost at Wimbledon against Matteo Berrettini. Rafael Devers higher than half a total base versus Trevor Rogers and the Marlins, and Yordan Alvarez higher than 1.5 total bases against the Blue Jays and Yusei Kikuchi. They come together for a 3.6x multiplier. So if you risk $10, you get 36 back. If you risk 100, it's 360 back. I love these plays. I'm happy I found them, and I think that there's going to be some movement on these before they go off. So be aware of that. Next up, everyone's favorite time of the day, the Dong Squad, the Daily Dongs. We're going to give out my home runs. Guess what? Yordan's on the Dong slip. I told you that he's hot right now. He's hit homers in back-to-back games. He's hit homers off of Kikuchi before. Kikuchi's given up 12 home runs on the year. 10 of those have come to come to lefties. So yeah, this matchup is good for Yordan. Yordan can make this one work, and I'm going to lead off my dong slip with Yordan Alvarez. Next, it's Belly Baby. We're going to Cody Bellinger against Zach Wheeler. Oh my God, Zach Wheeler and the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's just look at this exact matchup. So Cody Bellinger has faced Wheeler 13 times in his career. He's struck out 5 times, and he's hit 5 home runs. That's it. There's nothing else. No walks, no singles, no doubles. It's home runs, strike. It's literally 3 true outcomes for the most part in this matchup. So, no walks, just 5 Ks. 5 out of 13 are Ks, 5 out of 13 are home runs. I like my odds there. And he's a 3.75x multiplier. It's crazy because he's good in this matchup. It's 5 games against Wheeler when Wheeler's been the starting pitcher. Homers in 4 of them. So he hit 2 home runs in his first time facing Wheeler back in 2017 as a rookie. They last faced off in 2022. And quick story, I was talking to a friend today, and I was like, he was telling me, Soler's has great history versus Reynaldo Lopez. Great history versus Reynaldo Lopez. I think he's going to hit homer. And I'm like, I mean, maybe, but he hasn't faced him in 3 years. It's not like these are the exact same guys. And he literally said to me this little phrase in text, hitters don't forget. And of course, Soler went yard in this game against Reynaldo Lopez. So you know what? I'm going to have faith in Belly not forgetting how to hit homers off of Wheeler. And he's going to be the second leg of this dong slip. Lastly, we're going to be trying to fade a guy named John Gray, pitcher for the Rangers. He's given up 5 home runs in his last 4 starts. Padres just got their butts whipped by the Rangers on Tuesday. It's time for their team leader to make some noise and kick butt back. And he's kicked this butt many times before, so I'm going to be taking Manny Machado. Manny Machado higher than half a home run against John Gray and the Rangers. I know I don't hate Profar in this spot. I don't hate Cronenworth in this spot, but I'm going with the guy that I think is the best overall player on this team, the guy who's most important to that clubhouse, Manny Machado. Set the tone, hit a home run versus John Gray. This is a 3-pick dong flex. If all three of these hit, you're going to get a very, very nice 69.6x return on your money. If 2 out of 3 hit, you're going to get 10.31x. Those daily dong picks are Yordan Alvarez, Cody Bellinger, and Manny Machado. The show slip, again, I'll just reiterate what we have on the show slip at a 3.1x multiplier. Less than 1.5 sets lost by Jannik Sinner versus Matteo Berrettini. We've got Rafael Devers higher than half of the total base. And we've got Yordan Alvarez higher than 1.5 total bases. The dongs, again, are Yordan Alvarez. Yordan is on both slips, the rare double slip entry. And then Bellinger, home run, and Manny Machado, home run. And I think I said this, but if I didn't, he's hit 4 home runs off John Gray in his career. So you know what? Hitters don't forget. We're going to roll with that. Lastly, we can look at what worked on yesterday's slip really quick here. I don't want to make this too long of a show. The thing that was, just nailed fading the White Sox against a righty like Carlos Carrasco, who was not that great, but it's not like how his level of not great is so much higher than what the White Sox are versus righties. I can't stress enough, they're horrible versus righties. And then we also got our heart racing win in the tennis match. Kokkinakis, third set tiebreak. He's up 5-0 in the tiebreak. You got to play to 7 in those versus Felix Auger-Aliassime. He loses 6 points in a row. He gives up match point. They go back and forth. He gives up 4 match points. Somehow he wins the tiebreak 11-9 and gets that set win. So that comes home. What a sweat on that one. But that's all I've got for you today. Again, last time, I'll reiterate the plays. The show slip is Jannik Sinner, higher or lower than 1.5 sets lost against Matteo Berrettini. Yordan Alvarez higher than 1.5 total bases. Rafael Devers higher than 1.5 total bases. The dong slip, the 3-pick dong flex is Cody Bellinger, Yordan Alvarez, and Manny Machado. That's all I've got. Have a great 4th of July Eve, and let's make some money.